What's the hubbub? Let's talk some DC, Marvel, and Madden today. In DC news, we're seeing Booster Gold rumors that state Kumail Nanjiani has been cast. I've checked on this with the Dark Horizons scooper I have contact with, and he refutes this report, which Nexus Point seems to be the rumor originator. They also rumored some Brainiac actor names that Gunn flat out said were not on his list. He then cast someone who was never mentioned anywhere in Lars Eidinger. Again, I'm not primarily a scooper channel, but now and then I try to check on items for clarity and hear potential updates. I believe if there is any association, it could be they are using Kumail's voice, acting background for the role of Skeets. FYI, he starred in the animated Migration movie, so has experience there. Ultimately, it's all speculation on who Booster Gold will be. Chris Pratt is still a fan favorite along with Glen Powell, and either can be a perfect fit. Chris was seen on set with Gunn during a visit while Superman was shooting. We all know he has a close relationship with James Gunn, who pushed for his casting as Star-Lord for the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. The studio did not want him initially, so there's a sense of loyalty after he lobbied for him. Really, that franchise skyrocketed his career. If James asked him to play Booster Gold, I believe he'd do it. Chris as Booster Gold and Kumail as Skeets would be a great pairing, in my opinion. Also staying on DC-related a moment, Zack Snyder released a picture of Henry Cavill from his screen test days for Man of Steel. Seeing him out of the dark in vibrant colors is nice, though before his workouts, where he definitely routinely skipped leg day. All in all, though, he always had the potential to play a good Superman. Sadly, they wasted him in the DCEU. After Man of Steel, they just didn't properly grow the character. Snyder focused on a dark Batman world and failed Henry. On some Marvel news, let's check out some of these Avengers Doomsday's related trailer leaks or promotions going on, because I'm not sure the word leak totally fits all of these, but whatever. Leaked footage and teasers for Avengers Doomsday have unfolded in a series of character-focused clips, starting with an early Steve Rogers teaser that went online ahead of schedule, showing Captain America retired and holding a baby, strongly implying he and Peggy Carter had a child in the timeline he chose to remain in after Endgame, a surprise moment that instantly shifted fan conversation toward legacy and personal stakes for returning heroes. Subsequent leaks include a Thor-centered teaser in which he appears emotionally connected to his adopted daughter.
Father, all my life, I have answered every call. To honor, duty, to war. But now fate has given me something I never sought. A child. A life untouched by the storm. Lend me the strength of the old fathers, so that I may fight once more, defeat one more enemy, and return home to her, not as a warrior, but as warmth, to teach her not battle, but stillness, the kind I never knew. Please, Father, heed my words.
Love, reinforcing his role not just as a warrior, but as a parent, and another rumored trailer focused on Dr. Doom that may tie into his interest in Franklin Richards from the Fantastic Four, first steps post-credits scene. This is suggesting Doom's plans in Doomsday could revolve around superpowered children and their potential to influence the fate of the multiverse. Collectively, these trailers emphasize children not as incidental background, but as pivotal narrative elements, possibly targets of Doom's schemes or symbolic catalysts for the returning Avengers to unite, raising both emotional stakes and thematic questions about legacy, sacrifice, and the next generation in the MCU. Aside from that, we also recently saw X-Men shown in some new footage. Seeing Cyclops in such an iconic suit is like Marvel showing us it may not be nostalgia fan bait, it may actually be fan dream fulfillment as their goal. It's quite possible, as successful as the Marvel film run has been, they do see some missed opportunities. In 2025, Superman and DC beat all 3 Marvel movies. Clearly, we never foresaw a day where this would happen. I believe Avengers Doomsday, being a juggernaut of a blockbuster, would help the entire superhero genre and be good for both Marvel and DC. It might even be a boost to the movie theater industry that's lost nearly half of general going audience in 2025 compared to 2013. It will be interesting to see how much fan service they do in this phase. In some other movie news, I had a request to look into Nicolas Cage as John Madden. Yes, this movie is really happening. Let's dive into some background on John Madden. He is iconic for a combination of football success, broadcasting influence, and pop culture, largely through multi-generations in the video game industry. Very few people shaped a sport in so many ways. As the head coach of the Oakland Raiders, he was extremely successful, never having a losing season, and won a Super Bowl, which earned him a place in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. After retiring from coaching, Madden became one of the most famous NFL broadcasters ever, known for his energetic style and ability to explain complex plays in a way that casual fans could easily understand. Boom! He helped revolutionize sports broadcasting by popularizing tools like the telestrator, making televised football more educational and engaging. Beyond coaching and broadcasting, Madden became a cultural icon through the Madden NFL video game series, which introduced generations of fans to football strategy and became one of the most successful sports video game franchises in history. His larger-than-life personality, distinctive voice, and genuine love for the game made him relatable and unforgettable, solidifying his legacy as one of the most influential figures in football history. The teaser for it actually showed some promise. I can't help but notice the standout Christian Bale as Al Davis. The question is whether Cage will come off as stunt casting or if he can rein in some acting instincts to actually pull this off. I'm not looking for an impersonation, but I hope he is able to provide the essence of the legendary man, John Madden. Beyond that, the screenplay is going to factor into all of the performances. I can't think of Cage without imagining Brainiac fighting polar bears in the Fortress of Solitude, as I'm a next-level Superman fan, which may also be clouding my ability to view him as the legendary John Madden. What do you guys think about Cage playing him? I mean, on one hand, he's an experienced actor, but on the other hand, he tends to bring himself into most roles. Also, what do you think of Marvel potentially leaking footage as part of their marketing strategy for Avengers Doomsday? On the DC News, how are you feeling about the Booster Gold series? Let me know your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. With that, it was today's HubBub. Please take a moment to subscribe and tap the notification bell. It just lets you know when new content drops. I'll keep subscribers in the loop through videos, shorts, and posts of interesting topics. As always, take care of yourselves and others. No Snyderverse, no problem. Wallets open for the DCU.